Alright, so we're going to talk about a few more functions now. We're going to talk rank, small, large, and percent rank. So I'm going to start with the small and large functions, which return the nth, smallest, or largest values within an array. Formula syntax-wise, there's two components. You have your data array, and then the rank of the number you're trying to return. So in this case, if I write large A2 through A8, comma 2, it's going to look for the second largest number within the array A2 through A8. It looks at that array, finds that 90 is the second largest number, and it returns 90. Same story with small, it's just kind of flipped. So if I write small A2 through A8, comma 3, it's going to look for the third smallest number in the array, which in this case is 50. Rank works in a similar way. It kind of gives you a similar insight. Again, two components of the formula. You start with kind of the cell of interest, or the value that you're trying to find the rank of, followed by the array in which that value lives. So by writing rank A2, comma A2, A8, we're looking for the rank of the value in A2 in the context of the array from A2 through A8. So that would return A2 because the value in A2, which is 90, is the second highest value in that array. And it kind of follows from there. You'll note that rank of A5 within A2 through A8 equals 1, which indicates that it's the highest value in the array. And the rank of A3 gives me a 7, which indicates that it's the lowest value. Next, the percent rank. It works just like rank, except it returns the rank of a value as a percentage of a given array or data set. So this formula, the syntax is a little bit different, but again, pretty simple, just two components. It starts with the array, so what range of data are you looking at? And then the second piece is just noted with an X, and that's which value within the range do you care about. And so it's going to tell me what the percent rank of that value X is within the context of the given array. So if I wrote a percent rank formula in column B here in this little screenshot, I'm going to see 100% for the value that's the highest in the array. So in this case it's A14, which is 6,827. You can see that it's the highest value here, which corresponds to a 100% percent rank. Same thing, the lowest value will return a 0% percent rank. So let's jump into Excel, back to the basic stats functions tab where we left off. So for the 10th highest salary, I'm going to use a large function here. So equals large, my array is going to be the salary column, and then I want the 10th largest, so I'm going to write 10. So $24,642,857 is the 10th highest salary in my data set. Same deal, to find the 100th lowest salary, I'm going to use the small function. My array again is going to be column E, and then type 100. So 405,000, which is just above minimum, is the 100th lowest value. So there you go. There's small and large. Let's jump to the salary data tab and fill in columns F and G, which are to calculate rank and percent rank. So what I want to do is find the rank of each associated salary as part of the larger range. So for this one, I'm going to start with equals rank. So it's asking for the number, which in this case is cell E2, and then the reference, which is the full array in which it lives. So here's an important distinction. First off, I'm going to use a shortcut that I taught you in the first section, where I'm going to select E2, hold Control, Shift, and arrow down to give me the entire contiguous data array. And the other important piece here that I need to do is fix this reference. So without touching anything, I'm going to press F4, and as you can see, it fixed that entire array from E2 through E4135. But I'm leaving the E2 as a relative reference, and you'll see why in just a minute. So if I close it out, I'm done with my rank formula. I'm going to hit enter. This is telling me that this first player, I think it's Bobby Abreu in 2010, has the 4,014th highest salary in the data set. So now, because I set my references and thought about them as I was writing the formula, I should be able to just double click to apply this formula down, and as you can see, the only thing changing in my formula is the reference to my value. So that's what I want to be changing, but I don't want the entire array to be shifting down or changing as I move this formula, so this is working properly. Percent rank, I'm going to do a really similar thing here. I can type equals percent rank. It kind of is flipped, so I'm going to start with the array, click E2, Control Shift arrow down, fix it with F4, comma to the X, which is the value that I care about. I'm just going to page over to E2, close it off, press enter, and apply it down. So there you go. If you look at percentage rank and compare it against salaries, you'll see that it makes sense. So the higher percentage ranks, 86.3% for instance, is tied to a salary of 8.25 million, whereas the lowest salaries of 400,000 equate to a percent rank of 0. So there you go, small, large, rank, and percent rank.